so we're moving right along here.
We are. Yeah, it allows us at least to talk and focus on Milton because the weather here is relatively quiet. And you can see Milton right here, a Category 4. This morning when we went on air at 5 a.m., it was still a Cat 5. So this is a strong Category 4, and rain is already pouring into parts of Florida. You can see latest advisory has winds at 155 miles per hour. If it was 2 miles per hour stronger, it would still be a Cat 5. Now closing in on Tampa, it's about 230 miles away from the city. It's probably going to track just south or very close to Tampa. You can see landfall is expected around 2 a.m. with 130 mile per hour winds. Winds just one of the many things that we're concerned about with that storm. Here, I want you to plan on temperatures that climb back into the mid 60s. We're going to go with partly cloudy skies and dry weather this afternoon. Best chance for a spot shower, northern or extreme
Very big, Milton.
Yeah, I think that's a big story nationally. I mean, every news station across the nation is obviously going to be talking about Milton because it is such a I mean, this could be a record-breaking hurricane for us. Let's put it that way. We've got Milton right now as a Cat 5. It's less than 300 miles away from Tampa, and it's going to make landfall later tonight. The latest stats, 160 mile per hour winds. We're going to get a fresh update in an hour from the National Hurricane Center. They will update the stats, but we're going to get our next update for the track probably at 11 o'clock this morning. So right now we've got landfall somewhere between Tampa and Fort Myers. You can see that landfall is expected around 2 a.m. as a Cat 4. So the category just refers to the wind speeds. Yes, the winds are going to be damaging, but we've also got storm surge and rainfall that can be brutal as well, if not even deadlier. So we've got a lot to talk about with this. Here at home, we have a partly sunny start. We've had some overnight rain and thunderstorms for the Cape and the Islands that are moving out. And the forecast today has highs in Boston. We start in the 40s and 50s, but we go back to the 60s with a mix of sun and clouds.
10, Shiri is back right now with the latest on what's going on with Milton. Shiri, what's going on?
So I just want to point out that this storm already has rain spilling into parts of Florida, and a lot of the heaviest rain is actually going to fall on the north side of the track. And you can see rainfall totals through tomorrow could approach 18 inches in some locations. So Tampa to Orlando to Daytona Beach, really some of the at-risk communities. So when you think about flooding, which can be the deadliest piece of a tropical system, it's coastal flooding with storm surge. It's a risk for some major river flooding as well as inland flooding that we're all concerned about today into tomorrow with Milton. Oh, it definitely is. And a lot of you seeing sunshine. Of course, we did have a storm passing over the Cape and the Islands. A lot of this right now is static around the radar site. We do have a little rain between the Vineyard and Nantucket, but the worst of that weather, the downpours, the hail, the lightning that we had over the Cape, it's out of here, you guys. And we're moving on to 40s and 50s and mostly sunny skies for a lot of you to kick off the day. Afternoon's going to rise into the 60s. So it's layers, layers, layers for the win. You know how it goes. It's October. That's just how we play in October. 64 this afternoon, Boston, 65 in Plymouth, 67 in Norwood. So these are similar temperatures to what you had yesterday. I do think that we're going to have a few more clouds around this afternoon. You're going to see them bubbling up a little bit. And in western and northern New England, we have the chance for a few showers, though locally we should stay dry. Tonight we've got the chance for another spot shower like last night. Most of you guys will stay dry. Just make sure the car windows are rolled up. And then tomorrow, bright and breezy. And yes, our forecast is quiet, especially compared to what we're tracking in Florida. You can see rain and moisture already spilling across the Florida peninsula. This is attached to the moisture with Hurricane Milton. Some of these could even have some spin, and we could see some tornado warnings issued, especially in southern Florida for today. But these are the spaghetti plots, which are essentially a bunch of different computer models and where each one thinks the center of the storm will go. And we've got landfall somewhere between Tampa and Fort Myers. And what you're going to see is that's exactly where the cone is from the National Hurricane Center. Landfall is expected overnight tonight as a Cat 4 hurricane. The Cat 4 just refers to the wind speeds. So we're looking at winds possibly around 130 miles per hour at landfall, but it's so much more than just the winds, because on top of the wind destruction, you can get storm surge, major damage. You can get rainfall flooding that does major damage as well. And the worst of the storm surge will be at landfall into the south, where we still have a 10 to 15 foot storm surge in the forecast. And that's about 2 stories of storm surge. 7-day forecast with the weekend always in view. Has our local temperatures in the 40s in the mornings, afternoon 60s. So again, it's all about the layers for the next few days. It does look pretty bright Friday and Saturday, where we get a little bit of a warm up back into the 70s for just one day. And then on Sunday, clouds will increase, leading to the chance for some scattered showers by afternoon. Back to you.